Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to part 52 of our Pokemon Emerald Let's Play. In the last video, we went ahead and defeated Wallace, which effectively closed out the main chapter of Pokemon Emerald. So, what that means is in these next few episodes, we're going to be doing all of our post-game content, and upon reviewing it, there's actually quite a lot. I didn't realize how much there was going to be when I kind of, addressed it in our last video. But there's a lot. So that's good. Well, it's good, and it's also... I just don't want to drag things out for too long, to be honest. So I don't think we're going to be doing every little thing and nitpicking. Which some people might not like, but you know what? I've been doing this series for almost 8 months now. We're going to do the things that I think are the coolest, and we're going to wrap it up. So that's kind of the plan going forward, and yeah, I mean, without further ado, let's go ahead and start the journey. So, like every Pokemon game, after defeating the champion, we end up in our room. And our dad's here to congratulate us, so that's good. I mean, he's been nearly absent, although he is the only dad in any Pokemon franchise, so I guess I'll give him that. Hey, it's Odie. It's been a while since I saw you, but you look stronger somehow. Yeah, you don't say, bro. I'm literally the champion. I would whoop you in your Norwood 5 hairline, dog. That's the impression I get, but your old man hasn't given up yet. Oh yes, I have something for you. This came to you from someone named Mr. Briny. Oh, Pico! We got the SS ticket. Okay, thanks, Mr. Briny. We put the SS ticket in the key items pocket. The ticket is for a ferry? If I recall, there are ferry ports in Slateport and Lily Cove. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and address that later. We're not going to do that today. But for those of you that know where that ferry ticket takes us, and I'll just say it. That's how we get to the Battlefront section of the game, which I believe in this game is the first installment of the Battlefront. Like, Emerald specifically. I don't think it's in Ruby and Sapphire. I could be remembering that wrong, but I think that's the case. Anyway, I'd better get back to Petalburg Gym. Thanks for looking after the house while I'm away. He just called his wife Mom? Okay. Dude, this guy... The more and more I play this game, and the more and more interactions we have with Norm, he's just such a D-bag. Anyway, that dad of yours. Yeah, I know, Mom. I know, Mom. You don't have to tell me, man. He comes home for the first time in a while, but all he talks about is his Pokemon. He should relax and stay a little longer. I don't know, maybe help out around the house, maybe take a load off for you. I mean, like, realistically, what is he really doing? Oh, God. Is that a breaking news story? Let's check out the TV. Let's check out the tube. We bring you this emergency news flash. In various Hoenn locales, there have been reports of colored Pokemon in flight. That's racist. The identity of this Pokemon is currently unknown. We now return to the regular review program. Oh, did you catch that? What color did the announcer say that Pokemon was? Huh. I forgot about this. I'm trying to determine whether I want to tell you this. You know what? Yeah, I'll tell you this now. So this, be careful with how you choose, because this decision ultimately determines whether you get Latios or Latias. You know what? For us, it doesn't really matter, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. But we're going to go with blue for now, because why not? Well, isn't that something? There are still unknown Pokemon. Anyway, I want to start this by addressing 3 things. Okay, maybe not. Professor Birch, well, Odie, that was good work out there. I knew there was something special about you when I first saw you, but I never expected this, and I wish you were my son. Oh yes, do you still have the Pokédex I gave you? I have something to show you. Let's go to my lab. I forgot about this too, honestly. Maybe Maybe I'm remembering the Ruby and Sapphire post game more than Emerald, honestly. But that's weird because the Emerald post game is much more memorable. Professor Birch, now. Odie and May, I have two of you to help me study Pokemon. Thanks to your help, new facts are coming to light. It appears that in the Hoenn region, there are also Pokemon from other regions. It goes to show how rich and varied the natural environments of Hoenn happen to be. That's why I think it's necessary for me to upgrade your Pokédex to the National mode. Oh, we get the National Dex. That's pretty cool. I'll address this when he's done. Here, let me see your Pokédex units. So yeah, I guess he just does that without us actually completing our Emerald Dex, which is interesting. It's so cool that even my Pokédex is getting updated. It's because when you went out and caught so many Pokemon, Odie, I didn't really catch any. I think I caught like under 30, but okay. Professor Birch, okay, all done. Odie's Pokédex was upgraded to the National Dex. Professor Birch, but listen. You become the champion, but your Pokemon journey isn't over. There is no end to the road that is Pokemon. Somewhere, there is a grassy patch that's waiting for you. And you know what? Such is life, man. Such is life. Somewhere out there in the real world, there's a grassy patch that's waiting for you, man. Whoever you are out there, there's a grassy patch waiting for you. I'm gonna hang that on my wall, man. I'm gonna write that quote down, put it in a portrait, hang it on my wall. Anyway, I do want to address 3 things before we go forward. First and foremost, I cheated, and I mean that literally. You know, I figured now that the main journey is over, I don't care so much anymore about doing things the right way, because the way that I view it is that everything in the post-game is kind of like bonus content anyway, and in order to just make it easier on myself and not have this journey drag on for like the next 5 weeks, I do want to finish this Let's Play like within the next 2 weeks and churn out, you know, some finishing content. I did implement some cheats, I'm not gonna lie. I gave myself 10 Master Balls, and this is gonna be an effort to catch the remaining legendaries that are left in the game. Now hold up before you call me like a fraud or not a purist or whatever. I think this makes up for it. So if you go to our key items section, we ended up finding a lot of tickets, and I have no idea how these got into my bag, but we found them. And for you guys that don't know, you know what? I'm just gonna make it remain anonymous for now, but all you guys should know is that these tickets open up a whole new gateway, and they make this playthrough, I think, a little bit more unique and cool. So, I did that, guys, for you. I did that guy for... Hold up, pause. I did that for you guys. And I think that, you know, in order to do that, to just make it a little bit more easy on myself so that I'm not spending, you know, freaking days catching legendaries, I did inevitably code myself more Master Balls, which I know is lame. I know, I get it. Anyway, next up, I forgot the second thing that I was gonna say. Yeah, cheating on accident. I did low-key cheat. Oh! I got something cool to show you. Or, no, sorry. Before I do that, there's one more thing that I do want to address with you guys, and I hear you. This is my follower base that I am talking to strictly. There has been some discourse on my YouTube shorts and just the quality of them in general, and I completely understand, okay? I was using shorts in a way that isn't optimal, and it's honestly not it's not enjoyable for you guys, and that's on me. I will accept that. The last thing I want to do is create shitty content that you guys like don't like or isn't enjoyable to view. The way that I was using shorts was literally just taking a remix from from my, videos that I had uploaded, and it wasn't formatted correctly, so it was super zoomed in, and you just could barely see it. And I was mostly doing that to gain more exposure on YouTube, and it worked. I gained, probably double my, or freaking 10x my views and doubled my subscribers, which is great. But I did have a couple complaints from some people about, it's just not enjoyable. They can't see anything. So that's on me. Going forward, I promise you guys won't have to deal with that if you see a short from me. It'll be in that nice 9:16. You'll be able to see the full view. So I wanted to address that and make sure that, number one, I apologize for that. It is shitty content and I got lazy. So going forward, that's not how I'm going to operate from here on out. I'm going to make things look prettier. And the last thing that I do want to address is I got something really cool. So I went to a car show a couple weeks ago, and, I didn't bring it up because we were in the midst of, fighting the Elite Four and fighting Wallace and training for that, and I just didn't think it would be an appropriate time to show it, but I got a really cool skateboard. Look at this. Come on. Look how freaking cool that is. I don't know how good it comes up on the webcam, but this thing is freaking awesome. I mean, come on. We got Snorlax. I think the car is a Delta, which is like an older, it's like an older, like foreign, I think it's an Italian car. It kind of looks like a Fennec from Rocket League, if you've ever played that. What am I saying? Most of you guys have probably played Rocket League. But I think this thing is super freaking cool. And I saw it, I was just walking around. I mean, we were in the Italian car section, me and my girlfriend. And we saw it, I was like, oh my god, I need to buy this. So I did. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I thought it was super cool, and it made me think of you guys and this playthrough. So, okay guys, now that I've fully explained our next steps forward, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to travel to Moss Deep City. So I'll meet you guys there. Alright, we're in Moss Deep, and the reason that... Okay. Who is this? Scott, my favorite person. Hi, Odie, it's me, Scott. I forgot that I gave this D-bag my number. I'm aboard the SS Tidal now. It feels great to be on the sea. By the way, there's this place that I'd like you to visit. Or I'd like to invite you for a visit. If you're interested, board a ferry at either Slateport or Lily Cove. I'll fill you in on the details when we meet. I'll be waiting. Wait, that's what I was referring to with Mr. Briny, so maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, maybe that was something different. But anyway, we're in Moss Deep, and you're going to want to go to Steven's house here. And the reason for that is this. There's a mysterious Pokeball on the table. It contained the Pokemon Beldum. So this is the only Beldum that you can get in the game, which is so freaking stupid. Because Beldum is such a cool Pokemon. And I would have loved to use a Beldum on my team. We're not even going to nickname it. Beldum, the thing about Beldum is it's very difficult to train up. Because it's just so bad, even when it's like a Metang. And it evolves at Metang like fairly early. At level, I think it's 52. Or, no, I'm sorry, at level 20, and then it evolves into Metagross when it's, like, level 55 or something like that, which is nuts. But when you get Metagross, you are greatly rewarded. I mean, that thing is, it has a pretty high defense, and it is a physical attack monster. And the Steel Psychic type is just, it's a beautiful type. I can't even explain it. Anyway, we are in Fortree City, and you guys are going to want to fly here because it's our next step in the journey. We're going to go ahead and go to the Weather Institute. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, y'all. At the Weather Institute, you're going to want to come here because you're going to want to talk to a few people. I don't remember exactly who. I don't think it's this guy. On the second floor of the Institute, we study the weather patterns over the Hoenn region. We've been noticing temporary and isolated cases of droughts and heavy rain lately. Okay, I don't think it's you either. Alright, we're going to go to the second floor. There's a scientist here that you want to talk to, obviously, if you want a certain Pokemon. And I believe, yeah, it's definitely this guy. Okay, what do you got for us, pal? I track weather patterns over the Hoenn region. Presently, heavy rainfall has been recorded over Route 129. All right, we're gonna have to go to Route 129. Could that mean somewhere near Route 129? Yeah. All right. So that's the next leg of our journey. I think this guy might give you a different route, depending on your game. So you guys might not have Route 129, or I might be wrong completely. I'm not exactly sure. But we're gonna go ahead and go to Route 129. I'll see you guys there. Alright, friends, we are in Route 129. As you can see, the rain is really coming down, and there is a dive tile here that wasn't here previously. So I think that kind of confirms my assumption before that this varies by route, I believe. So just go and talk to that Weather Institute professor or scientist, researcher, whatever the hell he is. And he will give you a route. You will go there. You might get a different, how can I say this? You might get a different weather pattern than me, but right now I have rain. And he told us to come to Route 129. So we're going to dive down here. And this should take us to a hidden cave, I believe. Or I'm in the wrong... Yep, there it is. Okay. We are in the right spot, ladies and gents. We're going to come up here. Yeah, I believe this is it, baby. This is it. This is called, I think it's the Mariner Cave? Yeah, the Marine Cave. Can we run into Pokemon here? I really don't remember. I don't think so. But anyway, I'm sure you guys probably know who is here at this point, right? It doesn't even matter. I don't have to save because I cheated. Anyway, guys, we have Kyogre here, right here, and right now. And that's who we're going to go ahead and fight. And he's going to do that weird crawl thing that I referenced before, where he's going to weirdly crawl towards us. Yeah! I always love the legendary music. He looks so cool in this game. I love how his red, like, accents just pop. That looks so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, that is so freaking cool. I love the way he looks. Now, Kyogre's a badass, man. He really is. Him and Groudon both are just such badasses. I don't know. I think it's hard for me to choose a favorite out of the three of them between Rayquaza, Groudon, and Kyogre, because they're all just so freaking cool. But yeah, Kyogre's level 70 here. It's kind of the same thing as before. And, you know, if you thought before was a pain in the ass, then you might be in luck at this stage. Or at least I hope you're in, you know, a better, more calibrated stage where you're able to take on, like a heavier, hitting Pokemon like Kyogre. Yeah, we'll give you a name. We're going to name you Albacore. After the tuna. Because why not? Sweet. Oh, you know what? I kind of missed. I should have named him like Lane Staley or something, since our freaking Rayquaza is named Eddie Vedder. Anyway, there you go. That's Kyogre. I know that was probably boring, but honestly, I'm just not in the mental fortitude to sit here and chuck balls at a legendary Pokemon for 2 days. But, you know, I don't feel too bad about it, to be completely honest. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys back at the Weather Institute because we have some more work to do. Alright, we're back at the Weather Institute, and, you know, it's kind of the same drill as last time. You know, at this point, I'm sure you know who we're going for next. So let's go ahead and talk to this guy. He'll give us a different route, and it'll be a different weather pattern, I believe. Or at least that's how it should work. I track weather patterns over the Hoenn region. Presently, a drought. Yeah, there it is. A drought has been recorded on Route 114. Could that mean somewhere near Route 114? Anyway, we know where we gotta go. Route 114. I'll see you guys there. Alright, y'all, we are back on Route 114, and I'm not gonna lie, this one took me actually a minute to find. I didn't realize that it could spawn all the way down here. I actually taught Bruce Waterfall up there, which I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, delete that after this video is done with, because I thought it was up in that waterfall area up there. I don't know why I did, but yeah, I mean, you know, just to keep in mind, it seems like these caves can only spawn in areas where there's, you know, these things. So I would just don't make the same mistake I did and kill yourself all over that, because this is where you gotta look. Anyway, we got the Terra Cave, which is where we have to be next. And you guys know as well as I do who we got next. We got Big Groudon, baby. Look at him. Look at his big body. He's gonna crawl to me! Yes! Yeah. Honestly, I like Groudon probably more than I like Kyogre, now that I've, you know, actually thought about it. He just looks so freaking cool. Look at his sprite, man. He's like an ancient rock dinosaur thing. I don't know. And in the later games, the primal versions of these Pokemon are just so freaking cool. I wish they had that in this game. But anyway, this fight, if you're doing it the right way and not just using Master Balls like me, like a cheap shot, this is actually difficult because he has that Sunny Day effect, much like Kyogre has the Rain effect. But he also has a couple of one-shot moves. Well, you know, he has one-shot move. So he has Fissure, which if you get hit with that, you're screwed. He has Solar Beam, which doesn't have to charge because of Sunny Day. And then what else does he have? I think he has Rest as well. They actually, I think all three of them actually might have Rest, which just makes those catching them so much more difficult and annoying. Yeah, we're gonna name you La. Is there no space? No, I don't want that. B. We're gonna name you La Flama. The Flame. La Flama Blanca. I don't know if anybody's seen Eastbound and Down, but that freaking show is hilarious. I highly recommend it. La Flama Blanca. The white flame, baby. Anyway, that's Groudon down. That's Kyogre down. We technically got the trio of this game, or these games. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let me recalibrate real quick. I don't remember exactly what I have to do next. Okay, I believe this is where we have to go next. Slateport City, specifically Route 110. And there's a couple encounters that we're going to need to do here. So, you know what? I'm just going to cut to when we find the Pokemon that we want to find. Okay? How's that sound? Is this it? Oh my gosh, yes! That took so freaking long! Alright, so I completely did that wrong for about like a half hour. It got so annoying to the point where I was just running around in the grass like a freaking idiot looking for this thing. And obviously it's a roaming legendary, which means that in order to reset it, you need to travel to a different route. So I just wasted a half hour. So I looked it up. The method is to put like a level 20-ish Pokemon in your party. Go to Route 110 in Maulville. You use that, the bike hut that's right there. You get the acro bike or whatever, and you jump up and down on it. You use or like whatever rappel that you have. It doesn't count it as steps if you jump up and down, but it registers it as encounters for Latios, so it's perfect for what we need. And if it doesn't work, you just keep resetting by going in and out of the house, and eventually you'll get a Latios, which thank God. And that explains why we have a freaking level 25 cast form in our party. But anyway, this is Latios. Latios is pretty cool. I don't think it's great by any means. This one is, I believe, the faster and more offensive-oriented one between the two, Latios and Latios. But yeah, this one is the reason that you save your Master Ball. Throughout the entire playthrough, do not use it on anything else other than this Pokemon right here. This thing is a huge pain in the butt, and if you're not doing it the way that I'm doing it, which means cheating like a freaking bot, it would be really, really helpful to bring a Pokemon that knows either Arena Trap or Mean Look, so that it can't just automatically run away. And then you can just do your thing, chip it down. Hopefully you don't kill it. But I mean, if you killed it, you'd have to restart from scratch anyway. But yeah, this thing is a real pain in the butt. I'm not even gonna lie. It is thoroughly annoying. So that's why you save your Master Ball for this guy right here. Latios. Give a nickname to the captured Latios. Sure. We're gonna name you Tech Jacket. I don't know why, but it seems fitting. Do we have enough spaces? Oh, we perfectly named. There you go. And for anyone that's seen Invincible, if you know, you know. I don't know why, but it seems like it makes sense to me. I believe that's all I wanted to do today. So I think we're going to call it here. I mean, we caught 3 legendaries. I mean, I know, guys, I apologize that I am being a cheater and doing it the wrong way and not being a purist. I know that some people would get really, really pissed off about that. But I think, honestly, the next episode will more than make up for it. I mean, you guys saw the tickets. I have no idea how they got there. But yeah, that's basically what we're going to go ahead and do in the next episode. So, guys, if you like this video, I would really appreciate a like, and maybe check out some of my other videos, subscribe. And yeah, you know, we're going to keep churning along. You know, I know these are bonus episodes, but yeah, we're going to keep going, and you know, when we end off, there will be a bit of a sentimental send-off for that video, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out.